Hey guys, this is Jake from Memory Cards, and I'm here with a review of Slime Song on the Nintendo Switch. So this game came out a couple of weeks ago, and I had to put in a lot of time playing it before I felt comfortable making a review for it. So that's why this review is coming out a little bit later than a lot of other people's. So, Slime Song isn't your typical action platformer game. It borrows a lot of elements personally that I find from Super Meat Boy and Mario Brothers. But there are a lot of differences in this game because you're able to slow down time, dash to speed it up, and you're able to customize your character visually and change the abilities that your character has by switching forms. So, as for the quote-unquote story of this game, there isn't really much, but that shouldn't deter you from playing the game. The description of the game is basically Slime Song was minding his own business when he got swallowed by a ginormous worm. Now, within the worm's belly, he has to face a decision, which is to be digested or make his way through the worm's intestines and fight back and get out of its mouth. With that being said, I don't really know anybody that honestly plays an action platformer game for the story. It's nice to have it, but I don't really feel a need to have a story in this game. It doesn't keep me playing. I keep playing because of the amazing gameplay. Not only that, the gameplay is incredibly amazing, but it's also rewarding. There have been many times where I would just restart over and over and over again on a certain level, get frustrated a little bit, pause the game, go get a glass of water, come back, and then I'd beat it. And it's such a great feeling. So right off the bat, you actually get a ton of content for the price tag. There are 100 levels, which are made out of 400 rooms. So basically, you can look at it at being 400 levels. But then, once you beat the game, you get a new game plus. So then it kind of equals out to around 800 rooms. All of that, coupled with the fact that you can get these special coins throughout the levels, you're able to use those coins to unlock other mini games inside of the game's arcade. As I said in the first impressions video, there are a lot of customizable options to the game. You're able to change some overlay effects. You can make it look like a VCR. You can make it look kind of like an old CRT TV, which is pretty cool. And then you're able to put some, picture effects on the left and right side of the screen. So let's look at the graphics. I know a lot of people are kind of tired from the old 8-bit, 16-bit era games that have been resurfacing lately, but I have to say that Slime Song does it a lot differently. In the game, they even say, I guess you could call this 5-bit, because they only use 5 colors throughout the whole game. And it looks really gorgeous, I've got to say. No action platformer game will be complete without a great soundtrack, and the soundtrack in Slime Song is, without a doubt, one of the best things about the game itself. There have been times where I've just let the game go so I could listen to the soundtrack. I'm sure they have a soundtrack somewhere on Bandcamp or their own website for people to purchase. So you might be thinking that this game only has the normal levels, but there are also boss battles in the game. And honestly, the other night I got incredibly frustrated while trying to beat one of the bosses. It was very hard, but it didn't piss me off to the point where I had to throw my controller or anything like that. You just have to take your time and learn what the boss is going to do, and then you're able to easily come back and follow its moves and counter with your own moves to take them out. So my only real con with this game is that sometimes the loading is incredibly long. There have been times where I would boot up the game from my dashboard and it would take maybe a minute to get into. I wouldn't really take points away from a game for that, because honestly it doesn't bother me that much, but I know it would bother a lot of people. There were loading issues even when I would go back to the main menu. It would, I don't want to say lag up, but it would slow down visually, and you'd be waiting for a few seconds for the game to kind of catch up with itself. So overall, if you have the money to spare, I would 100% recommend picking this game up. It has been a blast to play. I think I've put maybe around 15 to 20 hours into it so far, and I still haven't fully completed the game yet. Along with the cutesy graphics, the funny Japanese references, and the amazing soundtrack, this game is a definite winner. If you're looking for any sort of action platformer like Super Meat Boy, I would 100% recommend picking this up. You won't be disappointed with it. Thanks for sticking around and listening to the whole review. If you agree with any of my points, let me know below, and if you disagree, also let me know as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.